Greetings! Welcome, welcome. I'm here today with Final Fantasy XIV instead of Horizon Zero Dawn for a couple of reasons. One, because I'm late. Two, because I don't really feel like just diving back into Horizon right now. Instead, I'm gonna run around and do some things that I have been lacking on my guy here. This is where I am. I'm currently on the first. Minor spoilers are going to happen for currently anyone who hasn't beat Shadowbringers. If you're playing the game and you're past Shadowbringers, it's not going to be that much of a surprise. But if you have not got the Shadowbringers, there might be slight spoilers, and I will update verbally when more spoilery things happen. So I've got a bunch of quests that I'm not really reading right now. I'm just kind of skipping past them. I just realized there was a cave down there. I'm supposed to go in the cave down here. Good thing I noticed it then. This is part of a quest line that is happening that is a crossover between Final Fantasy XIV and a game called Nier Automata. I need to click here and do this. There. And so these dwarves found one of the robots from Nier, and now the whole Nier robot war thing has come to the first. And these dwarves are involved because, of course, it's the mechanical dwarves that find the big mechanical robot. I don't think you have to say mechanical robot, because there aren't many types of robots that are not mechanical. Wicked White, where did he go? I love that they use the phrase Wicked White as a swear on the first. That's an awesome little bit of storytelling right there. I know he wanted to search for Anog, but how did he even make it out of here? The willpower and hubris. Why does everything I say sound like I'm being a smartass? Damn it all, let's go quickly. Yes. Like, how did he even make it out of here? There's only 5 exits to this room. I mean, how did he make it out? Oh look, it's 2B. And I think that guy's name is 9S. I have not actually played Nier. This is kind of why I'm skipping the story. Who's there? You. Oh, we're doing one of these movie cuts. We don't get to see who it is. We should ask around first. Blah blah blah. We're looking for another dwarf. I am doing this so that when we look at the raid series here, not Endwalkers, Shadowbringers, right? I have completed the normal raid set for Shadowbringers, which is Eden's Gate. So there's Eden's Gate, there's Eden's Verse, and there's Eden's Promise, and here are the Savage versions of all of them. So I've completed the normals. I have not completed the Savage because Savage is nuts. And the Alliance raids always have 3 parts. I completed the Copied Factory, which is part 1, the day before yesterday. I completed the Puppet's Bunker this morning. And now I am on this crazy, stupid long quest chain to unlock part 3 of this. And the complete this alliance raid set. I haven't seen Konag. Did he leave the village? Why? And this, like all these, the dwarf that I'm looking for, he was involved with like the robots and stuff. But the robots came here, and then the dwarf guy found one of them. And then the other robots came for the one that he found. And when the other robots came, they attacked the village and people got hurt. So, in true fiction fashion, everybody in the village, instead of blaming the evil robots that showed up on their doorstep, are instead blaming the dwarf who discovered that the evil robots showed up on their doorstep. Because that makes sense. Now Conhog's missing too. We're dropping dwarves like ale from a leaky cask. And see, and everybody I talk to only wants to find them so they have someone to blame for all the stuff that's going on. Sometimes bad things just come. And then they blow stuff up. And a lot of it has to do with a dude that lives in one of these houses. A house off by itself. Like up there. Up there on that cliff, there's a dude, and his wife got like injured during the attack, and she was pregnant. And so he's up there, and he's making this like hate campaign on the dwarf that's missing. But the dwarf that's missing lost his sister. And I'm like, yeah. I've never really been fans of storylines like this. Unfortunately, they are in every single piece of media these days. Books, TV shows, movies, video games. I don't think I've encountered a piece of media with any kind of a story in it in the past 5 years that did not have this explicit story arc cooked into it somewhere. Did you learn anything useful? No. Everybody hates the Konog guy. It said he was wandering in the direction of the crater, but then we turned and ran in the opposite direction of the crater. I know where this stuff is on the map, game. You're not tricking me. What's that big wheel? Some kind of machine? Probably. Enemy stronghold. Technology from another world. Both of these are true. Well, that doesn't sound good. No, it doesn't. I have a bad and familiar feeling about this. Yes. I think he's inside, and he's probably not alone. Here we go again. They're giving me all of this music. They've given me like the entire soundtrack to Nier. What do you mean, let's? If anything needs killing, I can handle it myself. I'm gonna pick that. I'm coming with you. I'll leave the dangerous bits to you, but I can't stand by and do nothing. Need to make sure he's safe. Oh. My kitty has now assumed the furball position. We. Okay, yesterday when I was doing that in the, this map is the location of the second part of this raid series. And when I was doing that little thing, I'm like, are they like ziplining on nothing? No, they're actually flying on a little robot drone. I only just realized they were flying on the robot drones. We. Bonk. There we go. Oh, look, all that's on fire. Into the bunker, yes. One of the orchestration roles I just got is called the color of depression. What? Yeah, see, he's flying on a little robot dude. Okay. Where it is kind of interesting in some cases to have to run back through the map, in other cases, like, well, in almost every case, hey, look, this is 2B's room. There are always these gigantic empty areas that you're just running through. Yorha, for the glory of mankind. Enter the alien ship. Reminds me of that scene from Star Trek Into Darkness, where Scotty is on the evil ship, and he has to get to. He walks into the cargo bay, and he has to get to the terminal on the other side near the doors. And instead of how it is in like most Star Trek movies, the cargo bay is actually a gigantic warehouse, and he's like, "Give me a minute." And he just takes off running. Like a 5-minute run across the warehouse to where the terminal is. Oh, the dig site chief was lagging behind. Yeah, last time I found him, he was in this room talking to the big white thing. Despite dubious casting, I think they did a pretty good job with the casting in that movie. I did not mind the casting at all. Oh, he's dead. The shock. Which casting was dubious for you? This is probably not good. This is 2P, right? Yes, I was right. It's 2P. Beings of this world, watch closely. Con is supposed to be He might be. I forget where they say Khan comes from, but I think he is Indian. I know he hails from Northeast Asia. And his last name is Singh, so yeah, he probably is Indian. But yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch is not Indian. That is true. But I think a kind of argument for that is that by that point, a lot of the individual countries might have gone away, and there's a lot more like blending together on Earth, because after World War III in the Star Trek universe, there was not a lot of people left, and everybody just kind of mixed around together. Okay, well, this happened. They just screamed and then they exploded. And now the world is exploding. This is lovely. This is bad. We have to get out. Thank you, Robot Boy. Thank you. We are aware. The world is falling apart. Look, the world is glitching. It's not supposed to do that. Was that tower there before? I don't think that tower was there before. Is that what all the robots became? They became this gigantic tower. This is obviously where the next part of the raid is. Going up that crazy spiral thing. We're too late? How do you know we're too late? What in the seven hells was that? I feel I'm owed several explanations. This is true. I know you're confused, but there's no time. We must destroy that spirit. 2B's plans are already in motion, and this whole world will be consumed. Oh no, not machinations! It's the name of this song. We came to save the world. Now we have a debt to repay. You saved 9S after all. Yes, but to be fair, 9S would not have needed to be saved had we not thrown him off of this tower. Focus on the mission. Be ready. Fine, but I'll get my explanations from you yet. I'd feel weirder if you weren't ordering me around. Duly noted. Sorry, Chief, can you look after Connaught? Yes. You're sorry? Ah, that's a first. Also, this one is a girl. We make for the tower. I mean, it's right there. I would count us already at the tower. The next raid thing unlocked. Any minute now. No? Not gonna give it to me on that screen? Are there more quests I have to do before I get it? Nope, there it is. Yep, they had to wait for the black screen. Cause maybe the yellow text on the big desert background was a little hard to see. That might be it. And we've got the next thing that I'm looking to do. Okay, cool. The tower at Paradigm's Breach. This is what we're doing. That. Now, this morning, when I did part 2 of this raid series, I was in the queue for 95 minutes before it popped. Yep. 95 minute queue. I forget what I did for the 95 minutes that I was in the queue. I think it was auction house stuff. This time, there's a jumping puzzle in Tuliol. I had discovered the jumping puzzle. I had done like half of the jumping puzzle, and then I fell off, and then something happened, and I never went back to the jumping puzzle. Now, went back to the jumping puzzle. We got the smooth jazz to help us with the jumps. Okay. Yes, it starts upstairs on the balcony off to like the right hand side. I did not check. You know what? I said I was gonna have the mic on and I forgot to turn the mic on. Let's fix that. Hello, the mic is on and Khan is already here.
And I was in the middle of typing something about how I was Roan Rio show Roan.
I forgot. Anyway, we're up here. And the jumping puzzle starts over here on this ledge. Look at this. Little plank sticking out of the wall. Now let's see if I remember how to jump. Get that and jump up here. You jump to... Oh, that's too far. This is gonna be fun. Relearning how to do jumping puzzle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very touchy, this jumping puzzle. Tomberry, you are not helping with your gravity defyingness. Oh my gosh. I don't know what Tomberry is doing.
Besides throwing you off?
Yes, it is totally the Tomberry. Oh no, that was a roof. I should walk out here before doing this jump. Ah.
So to answer your question, no, you forgot, not remembered how to jump.
Look at that. Got the beginning part like a pro. Oh, okay. Ha. Oh, this one feels bad. Nah, that's why it feels bad. But I got this part down now. I mean, I got this part down now. Oh, look, it popped. I was afraid I was going to get all the way to the top and then it was going to pop, and when I load back in, I'm going to be down at the front gate again. No, I'm not. I'm going to be on the other planet finishing the quest line. Can I switch to Viper before that thing pops in? Will it let me do that? Will it explode if I try to switch to Viper right now? No, I can't switch to Viper because I'm in a duty. In the duty. Here we go. I should probably get out the keyboard so I can say hello first time. That is a group. Look at all of the people. Okay, turn the keyboard on. We need to go /P. Greetings. First time. /A. Come back! I was typing. I hear machines talking about things. Don't know what they're saying. It's locked. You'll need to destroy the obstructing consciousness from inside the network. Let's bounce. Everybody else is bouncing. Well, I start bouncing and they stop. I see how it is. Oh, you have to interact with it. You transcend the ego collective. Oh no. Wee. Well, this looks like a boss fight. Staging node A. Right. Oh look, the boss of staging node A. It's the wrong button. I must remember my rotation. I need to zoom out so I can see everything that's happening. Well, I took that hit. I don't know any of the mechanics. Oh, that's a... Yep. I'm gonna just stand in the
I don't know if you know this or not, dude, but you're not supposed to face tank on a Dragoon.
I'm supposed to floor tank, and the face is the best way to the floor.
And if you're going to use logic.
There is a lot of shiny stuff happening. Is the laser bad? Oh, there's two of them. Oh, this is not good. Why you need to turn the camera because things happen to the side. Look at that. Perfect dodge. So, yes, the boss is going to be attacking from both sides. He disappeared. Oh, is he going to be on, like, random sides now? Ah. So, that marker did not actually drop on me. I assume we don't want to touch the red balls of destiny. Oh, let's go back here and just throw spears at him. Okay, everybody else ran to that side, and I ran to this side. He jumped on me. Yep. We're supposed to be on the other side of the block. I did not know that.
I don't know if I want to complete this quest.
Neither me nor that dancer or that reaper knew that. You don't have to have a macro alerting everybody that you're bringing me back to life. That's a little unnecessary. Calling me out like that.
Every one of my macros for healing in World of Warcraft and Rift all contain that. Get up, you lazy bastard. Get back to work. Yeah, a few people got upset about it.
It's rude, as the lady would say. Oh. I disagree. I was not in that. This is bad. People, don't stand in the circle.
And it looked like the two that were with you thought they had that circle on them.
Yes, and to be fair, the first time I was running with a guy because I thought the circle was on me, and it was actually on him. Oh, behind the box, right. I learned. Oh no, I dropped my rotation. Well, let's start that over. I feel like that was kind of cheap because the boss put his little orange thingy right there, but then we had the wind from the previous thing blowing everybody up against the box where we would get hit by the orange thingy. I disagree. Oh. Somebody started casting on me. There it is. Okay. Get all of the buffs going to get my rotation started. Do I need True North? Probably not, because this boss doesn't have a back, so everywhere counts as the back. Why are people splitting up? Oh. I'm just gonna run around with the group and poke the boss. That's what I'm gonna do. There's two of them. Oh no.
Yep, I've learned that's the best way not to end up floor tanking.
There we go. There's the boss. Oh, he died. Did he drop anything fun? Boots. Don't want boots. Wee. Robot voice is saying something in my head. Oh, look, there's a D12. Just floating. This looks like a boss arena. Staging no B. They're all, no, I don't want to be alone. Oh. Oh, this is a mechanic. I picked the red one. What do the knife markers mean? There are a lot of things happening on the floor. Oh, he moved. Gretel. Hansel. I assume we want to stand here. Oh, yep. Yep, we want to stand here. I assume this fight has some significant... Okay, we're switching to Hansel. God. I was about to say, I assume this fight has some significance if you've played near. Don't stack if you have the marker, please. I feel like these are bad. Thank you. Which one are we on? Does it matter? I pick Hansel.
Whoever came up with the mooch system for fishing needs to suffer.
We're sticking to... Oh, we're going back here. Okay. That was very strange. The game forcibly changed my target. This is not the place to stand. Yep, calling me out again. See, I choose to blame whoever the party leader is for not dropping a raid target on the floor. I mean, they exist. So that we know where to go stand. I have to restart my rotation because I died. Is this gonna be one of those things where we have to make sure that they die within like 5 seconds of each other? I hope this is not that. Okay, Hansel. There is another dragon. I dropped my rotation. Oh no. That's okay, I can be served from here.
Be right back.
Good day. I am just boss fighting it up. Haha. We win. Any fun and loot? Nope. Ooh. Okay, going up. We have completed 2 of 6 bosses. That one's dead. The potato died. You transcend the ego collector. Ooh, Transformer. Well, oh no. Static. Okay. Yeah, that was the wrong stick. I want this one. So I can sprint like everybody else. Up these Lord of the Rings staircases. Black line. Oh, okay. I'm reading back up the chat. Red girl. Lovely. I dropped my rotation. Oh no. Yeah, I assumed we wanted to separate for that. I assume being outside the square is okay. It was not that okay. I died. Bam. Okay, lots of things are rotating. Don't know what that means. Oh. Okay. I get it. I understand that mechanic. There are many things happening. Oh, okay. Let's stand in the middle with everybody else. Oh, she's over there now. Okay, I got white ammo and black ammo and it keeps switching. I guess it keeps switching. Oh, this is shoot. This is confusing. Okay. There's a tank up there dead. That's probably not good. Yep, I realized I was standing in that just a moment too late.
Story of my life in that game.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
Oh. Don't stand in the orange line. Maybe I should be on this side of the orange. Or not. Does it matter? What's happening? Oh no. You should stand here. Both of those. I disagree. Oh, that. Thy boots of Mamie. No. There was a person that was really looking for the thigh boots of Fending, but they got the ones of maiming dropped. Okay. Run. Oh, look, another D12. Low. Oh, this looks like a boss platform. Oh, it's an elevator. That's much worse. Whiteness. Oh, we're back. I guess it was a cloud. Oh, are we running with our weapons out? Pokey stick. Out of the way. I have a fork. Or knife. More like a knife. This person's just sweeping the floor.
The new Ginsu Boss Slicer.
Oh, look, and here it is. Yep, that was me. I was buffing instead of moving.
Well, that was bizarre.
What?
I was supposed to mooch the fish I'm catching, and I ended up catching it without mooching.
Nobody likes a moocher anyway. Where's the... Oh, there it is. They're crawling around underneath the platform. That's not fair. I can't go underneath the platform. Everybody's standing over here. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Oh no, I dropped my rotation. See, not only does this person have their healing macro calling out the person that died, they've also rigged it to play a little ding-dong sound effect every time they cast it.
That's epic. I really got to look into the macro system on this game.
It's fun.
I wonder if it's as good as it is in Rift.
I'll show you a couple of things that I've done with the macros after I'm not dying in the boss fight.
As in Rift as a healer, I was able to cast on mouse over. So if I moused over your character or I moused over your name in the list, I could cast spells on you immediately. No clicking.
I know you can do that in WoW too. I want to say that's a thing.
WoW, it was an add-on.
Was it an add-on? I don't know.
Yeah.
I had so many add-ons in WoW, I forgot what was adding on and what wasn't. I assume we... Oh, the boss is dead.
Healbot was the name of it.
Yes, Healbot. I remember Healbot. I tried Healbot once when I tried Healer once. Discovered I was much better at the opposite of healing. Oh, look, the D12s are like teleport points. Okay. Mapping the realm. The tower at whatever. The tower at Paradigm's Breach. Now, I'm in a cutscene. Are they going to wait for me to get out of the cutscene before they attack the boss? Probably not, because nobody has done a ready check. There's a bot in my channel. Let's ban them. Well, that's not creepy. Oh, there's the ready check. No, somebody quit. Oh, okay. These robots can just multi-form whenever they want.
You know, most of the time, if people look and see if you're actually in cutscenes and don't start things in this game, which I like.
Yes, unless you're doing, like, old school raid content.
Yeah, then too bad.
Yeah.
It's easier to see when you're just doing a dungeon.
And when you're doing a dungeon, you need both of your DPS there. If you're missing one person out of the party, it becomes an issue. When you've got 24 people and you're missing one, not that much of an issue. Unless that one is the tank.
I did a dungeon the other day where there were 4 of us technically, but one of them kept getting disconnected. The 3 of us had no problem getting to the final boss. And then they asked me, like, please don't fight the final boss. We want to get this person back in. So literally after a half an hour, they finally stayed in the game long enough we could finish the boss. All 3 of them were like thanking me like crazy.
Oh, that's not cool. I come
But
back
not
from
one
the
of them gave me a
cutscene.
commendation. And the fight's already started?
Yeah, well, not only was the fight already started, I get face blasted by the boss.
Gotta love the gaming community.
So I come back from the cutscene, the boss said, I'm firing my laser. Yep. I see you, boss. And I don't like it. And I have to restart my rotation. Again.
So I got the perfect mount from when I'm out fishing.
Is it a
I got
fish?
the blue sharky.
I found the blue shark. Nah, I got faced by the laser again. Oh no. Oh, it comes out of... Okay, I see how the laser works now. I understand the boss and her holes.
Giggity.
Why are we stacking on the orange things? How am I supposed to know which way to go?
Everyone but you went the other direction.
But apart from them all running the other direction, I didn't see an indicator telling me I should run the other direction.
It was probably a spell cast time on the boss. Which reminds me, I have to make that much bigger on my UI.
Oh, phase 2. Let the light in. Oh shit. Don't even tell me this boss is about to become a sin eater. I actually cannot tell. That is creepy enough to be both a sin eater and just something from near. Oh look, and she gets maximum health again.
Yeah, that's one of the things I find annoying about bosses in this game. You switch phases and get all new health, or you kill them and they get back up again.
Yes. We. So, someone just said, yeah, if you ever played Drakengard, you would hate that thing. Like, okay. For those of you who don't know, there's an old, I think it's a PS1 game called Drakengard. And the Nier games are actually a spin-off of the old Drakengard games. In fact, the original Nier game was like medieval. What? Was there any Was there any indicator for that? I didn't see it. Computing, still not the most confusing mechanic I've encountered in this game. They didn't give me enough time to dodge. One thing that I find annoying about the mechanics in a lot of the like higher end content is how they're designed to only be dodgeable if you know that they're coming. Like that right there. There's a mechanic that gave you a ring that was half white and half black, and then there was a big thing in the middle that was firing off waves that were alternating between white and black. What the game didn't tell you was if you needed to face black towards the wave or white towards the wave. And apparently black was the wrong choice. Why are they trained? Ah, see, here's the black-white thing again. I thought black was facing it when it went off. Oh, someone's getting a raise.
A few people are floor tanking there.
Yep. That black mage, dancer, and me. Beautiful spot for a raise. Thank you for that.
Some of the interactions with the potatoes in this game are just hilarious.
Yep. Thank you again for rezzing me under the fucking train. These people. Deus et machina. Oh. Oh. God is the machine. Okay. Duty complete. But we don't get any victory music. Because... near? The Tower at Paradigm's Breach complete. Player commendation. Who can I commendate? I'm gonna commendate Folly Crown because that was the other person that died in that last encounter. What stuff do I not have? I have that. I have that. I'm gonna need on this because I don't have that. I'm gonna need on this because I don't have that. I'm gonna need on this because I don't have that. I'm gonna need on this because I don't have that. Yeah, this stuff cool. I'm gonna pass on all of this because I just don't want that. Let me do that. Leaving now. I needed all the stuff I wanted. Let's see what I earn. Oh, big eye in the sky. Letting the light in. This is not good. We can't let it keep opening. Right, you go close that. Look at all these computer screens. That must be a fancy tech attack. What are you doing here? Yep, that's what to be said. I'll help you from the other side.
Oh, look, it's a Wish.com Jawa.
This is Bokona. This is the dwarf girl that was missing. And it's a mask. The beard too. the headpiece, the black face, the beard, that is all one piece. That is a mask. They're actually just the potato people wearing masks. I know, because one of them passed out and we took his mask off because he had like a fever, and the mask was not helping the fever. Oh, whiteness. Which is usually not a good thing on the first. Oh.
Wait, how does one fish in the lava in Halo if you can't get near it?
Magic. Oh, hey, yeah, we just had the upskirt shot for 2B. Yep. Oh, look, they did it again. Which isn't really surprising. 2B actually has a move called self-destruct. And if you very famously, if you use the self-destruct move in Nier Automata, it blows her clothes off.
Jesus. Never change, Japan. Never change.
I didn't really read what was going on there because I haven't played Nier, and I think this might be a little spoilery for Nier. And apparently Drakengard, according to one of the people that was in that alliance, these games are actually in the rotation to be voted on my channel, the entire Nier series, because I have them all. There are 4 of them that I know of: Drakengard, Nier Replicant, and Nier Automata. Dick Sight Chief. Lolly, that scared the shite out of me, ho. Yep. That's funny because when you meet the dwarves on the first, they make you go around and say lolly ho to everybody. It takes a village. Oh, and this is the part where all the people who have just been absolutely like shitty people so far get their redemption and decide to suddenly not be shitty. It is a very common trope amongst pretty much all the places that have the trope of all the people are just bad people and they hate the protagonist for no reason.
That was not the fish I was looking for.
What will you say? ... Nothing. Just once, I want to see the storyline where the people are like, I don't care that the world's ending. I love my land. I'm going to live in my house. Instead of taking the obvious boat to safety. And then they just die. I want to see that outcome happen just once. Like, oh, the lava is running down the mountain towards your house. But you refuse to get on the boat. You leave because you were raised in that house. I'm like, dude, you deserve to die. I want to see that at one point where the people just say, all right, you do you, and they get on the boat and leave the guy there. I want to see that happen once.
Yes, but that would just be bad.
But it would be realistic.
There'd be a lot of people going, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, like when you look at when these kind of things happen in real life, people don't stick around. People fight and kill each other on who gets on the boat first. You didn't see anybody on the Titanic going, but I helped build the ship. No, they were fighting trying to get on the lifeboats. Where's the? Oh, he's over here. Oh, he's in the thing. Okay. Into the excavation tunnels. We were in the excavation tunnels now. Konog. Oh, there he is. The little dwarf in white was his big sister, and he's sad that she's gone. But technically, I think that the one that went into the robot world was a clone, and his sister actually died in a cave-in like 6 months ago. But when the white robot things appeared, it cloned his sister. You're back. Where's everyone else? They're up there. This is the guy that they all hate because they blame him for the robots coming from another world and starting a war outside their village. When he was just the one that discovered that the robots came and were planning on starting a war outside their village. As if the war wouldn't have happened if he hadn't discovered that it was about to happen.
Oh, you know, people are dumb.
Yes.
And even more so when the more people you add into the mob.
True enough. And now he's learned that his sister... Now he's sad that he's been left alone. This is a guy who was running a fever and left his mask on and passed out in the middle of the floor that I was telling you about. Now he wants to go with his sister. He gave me something.
Here, run face first into this pointy stick I have.
I mean, I suppose he could have come with us to the boss fight and I would just thrown him into the fiery eye in the sky like his sister. That is exactly right, Lojo. It's like blaming the doctor who diagnosed you for the disease.
Probably a few lawsuits like that, your guys' country.
Yep. And like I
think that...
Go ahead. Oh, I was saying I've seen that storyline in literally like every piece of fiction that I've read, watched, or played in the past 5 years. They've had that storyline of, oh, the doctor found out I have cancer, so I'm gonna hate the doctor for ruining my life. Like, why is everybody using this storyline? It's not good, and it's a very fringe thing that happens in real life. People don't act that way. Unless it's fiction, then they all act that way for some reason.
I think one of the dumbest lawsuits I ever heard about coming out of the U.S. was this old lady was driving her Winnebago, cruising along, put it on cruise control, got up and went to make herself a goddamn sandwich. Yeah, so anyway, she sued because it didn't say in the handbook that cruise control didn't drive the vehicle for you. She ended up getting a new Winnebago and $3.5 million on top of it.
That is stupid.
Yes, that is completely stupid. But it did happen.
Oh, if we're talking about stupid lawsuits that happen in the United States, Lojo heard about the cruise control case. Mine keep coming back around to the thief that broke into a house and he fell through the roof into the kitchen and stabbed himself in his thigh with a kitchen knife and then sued the homeowner and won. Because of that injury that he sustained. Never mind that he was breaking into the house. And it was a technicality that he won. He was at the house on the property with the intent of breaking into the property and stealing from the person who lived there. They admitted that in court. That's why he was there. The reason that they won was because he fell through a skylight that the homeowner had painted over instead of boarding over.
How can you confuse a roof and a skylight, even painted?
Well, it was at nighttime, and he said he couldn't tell the difference. And he started to go across the skylight. He fell through the skylight into the kitchen. And they ruled that as booby trapping the roof, which is illegal to do in the United States. You can't booby trap your own property.
It's too bad the owners weren't home, so they could have just shot him.
I think they were home, because they were the one that called 911 when he was bleeding out on the kitchen floor.
Well, that would explain why this cop in the United States recommended to people that if someone comes into your house, don't just shoot him in the leg. Kill him. Because if you just shoot him in the leg, they can come back and sue you.
Was it a Florida cop? Because I have seen a large amount of Florida cops saying, you know, if someone breaks into your house and you shoot them in the head, I'm not going to say anything. I'm like, okay, don't rob people in Florida. This is a number one thing. Out of all the places in the United States where you could pick to rob someone, Florida, Texas, and Alabama, not your top choices. Wow.
Well, most states in America have castle laws.
Yes, most of them do.
And any state that's tried to take them away should not be a state anymore.
So this guy is asking me what he should do because apparently the other guy has like run off or died or something. And like my responses for comforting this guy are: response 1, I'm here for as long as you need me. Response 2, how much does this position pay?
So are you an asshole or are you just mildly bored?
Okay. I mean, the one that is leaning towards being nice? What kind of a choice was that? Am I the warrior of light or the warrior of dark? Like dark. Oh, now I get to stand here. Okay. And wait.
It's like that one choice you had with Y'shtola was like, you answered her with a yes, mummy. And her response was, you keep that up, I'm going to put you over my knee.
There are other situations where that happens with Y'shtola. I love being sassy with her.
Because she takes it good and gives it right back. It's awesome. Anyway, I have to go start supper, so I shall returnish.
Okay, have fun with supper.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Oh, all the dwarves are here. Come together right now. Copyright.
Who sings that song?
Can't copyright. I'm only allowed like that far. If I mention the bugs, they will blow my channel into smithereens.
Even if it's you singing it.
Yes. I got a copyright claim on my channel that was going to be escalated into a strike by a group that did a cover of a folk song because I sang part of the folk song on my channel. So another group that did a cover of that song copyright claimed my live stream.
Should have found the original copyright holder and reported them to them.
It's public domain song. It's a folk song.
Oh, if it's public domain, they can't do anything about it.
Not according to YouTube. Anybody can make any claim against any video in the YouTube copyright system, and YouTube always sides with the person who made the copyright claim. There have been cases of the people who've written the song get their own music video for their song claimed by somebody else, and then get a strike on their channel because their video with their song that they wrote got taken down because somebody else claimed it. That has happened more than one time on YouTube.
That is ridiculous.
And there is still people that defend YouTube's copyright system. I'm like, this system is completely broken. But there's still so many people that depend. Oh, well, it has to be that way. It literally doesn't.
No, you could actually go by the laws.
Yeah. And for the people who are music people out there, if you make a cover of a song, no, you do not own the rights to that song. That's not how covers work.
Anyway, gotta go.
Later. I haven't done anything. Right, but you were vilifying the people who were trying to fix it, and now they're gone, and the problem is still here. What are you gonna do? The blame could just as easily fall on someone you love. It won't work on me. I haven't done anything to worry about. The dour dwarf. It's like, all we need is one or two people to take the blame, then the rest of us can go back to our normal lives. I'm like, are you planning to volunteer? Why should I? I've done nothing wrong. Justice should be swift and decisive. Nothing so satisfying as a headsman's out. You want to just behead people. And if it comes down on the wrong person, at least we'll be able to put this mess behind us. Wow. So all these people say, we need to blame somebody and get back to life. Just as long as it's not me, because I didn't do anything wrong. What do you reckon we should do? Well, I think we should take everybody's name, put it into a hat, and then draw two names, and those two people die. And then the rest of you can go back with your normal lives. That seems fair. Oh, and so now they're just gonna blame the elder. You're like, well, we can't figure out who to blame, so let's blame him. Alas, there he goes again. I'm still for the names in the hat approach. I think this would be mutually beneficial for all parties involved. You'd only be down two people. In 10 years, you can put your children in that role. They'll be fine. So, you get some pens. I'll go get some paper. he go? Where'd that guy go? Nah, he's out here. And it's raining. Oh, how fitting. I get to do this cutscene in the rain. I may not be cut out for public speaking. Day by day, moment by moment. Yeah, let's say that. Why is that dodo lady not in the town meeting? Well, see, I actually won't be around because I live on another planet. There are several Star Trek episodes that have the concept of randomly choosing someone who dies. Not just the original series. They did it again in one of the episodes of The Next Generation in the early season, and they recently did it again with Brave New Worlds, with one of them, where they sacrifice a child for the rest of the society. And the idea of a death lottery is also one that comes up a lot in fiction. The first time I saw it was in Battlestar Galactica, both the original and the remake. It was in Stargate. Oh, where else have I seen it? I saw it in Sliders once. 3 different times in Star Trek. Are you ready to help us repair the village? There's no time like the present, or not just yet. I still have worlds to save and packages to deliver. Game. Like CBU3. Let's talk. Acknowledging that I am both the person that saved the universe and random package delivery person does not make it better that I still have to be random package delivery person. Are these people the next Black Beastman quest tribe? Oh, do I have to come do dailies for these dour dwarves? My doom has come. Doom! Oh, sorry, it's just you. Yes, nice cheerful music in the rain. So am I unlocking a new society right now? Is that what's happening? I wasn't paying attention. Could you explain it again? Sounds like a plan. Rebuilding can finally commence. I've been wondering where I were missing some of the societies. This feels like it's gonna start a society quest line. Yes. It absolutely did unlock some dailies. Look at that, now it's a daily. Okay. Well. The Alliance raids from Shadowbringers is finished. That is all of the Shadowbringers raid content and dungeon content unlocked. I've got all of the trials and all of the EX trials. I haven't cleared all of the EX trials. But I've got them all unlocked. I've got all the dungeons unlocked. So that just leaves Endwalker raid specifically, because I've got all the Endwalker trials and the extremes unlocked. I haven't completed the Endwalker extremes. But yeah, as you can see, for Endwalker, I've got the starting Alliance raid for Endwalker unlocked. And then I've got the first 2 turns of the first raid set, which is Asphodelos? It's a compound underneath a place called Elpis. And so doing this stuff would be Endwalker spoilers. Well, these 2 things would be mildly spoilerific for Endwalker. This one, not so much. Because although it is the Alliance raid for Endwalker, the content has to do more with ARR and Stormblood. Because this Alliance quest line is about the 12. And that is the 12 gods. So when you start the game, you pick one of the 12. Like I'm under Ralgar the Destroyer, and it doesn't do anything. It's just flavor. But the 12 are referenced a bunch of times. But you never actually see them or encounter them. And the only thing you know about them is that they were people, and then they became gods. Well, the Endwalker Alliance raids are about that. So we find the students of Baldesion find this phantom realm, and we go there, and once we get there, it looks like it's like empty, but then we get accosted by all these god beings that appear, and then they introduce themselves as the 12. I'm like, so this is what you've been hiding when the world's ending, huh? And they're like, yes. And now that everything is fine and there's no like super gods out there trying to kill the world, we're gonna take over now. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna kill you because you found out we're gonna take over. Yeah. And then I'm like, nope. Nope. Because I'm the one that killed the super gods. So yeah, so then I assume throughout this raid series we go on to kill the 12. I am assuming that's going to happen. But Alliance raids typically have 6 bosses in them. Like Shadowbringers and Stormblood before that, which I believe was Ravenaster. Yeah, in Stormblood you go back to Ivalice. It's a Final Fantasy XII crossover. So yeah, I've got this stuff to do. Khan has wandered off for dinner, so I cannot show him the macros. But I do want to do something with the macros, because I believe, yes, I have updated the ones that I have over here. So I kind of want to update my little side panel over here for some things. I'm gonna take a lot of these things off. Because I could just open. I might want to change pose and advise to stay there actually. Okay, okay. So sprint is just an indicator. But I don't have another panel I can put down just to let sprint be the indicator. Move these down here. Move this down here. Just let sprint be right there. And this can go here. Where did I put bar 7? Oh, they don't have anything on them. That explains why I couldn't see it. Although, these are not the things that I actually want to put on that bar. Let me drop another job on here. We'll let Viper mark the spot while I pull these 2 items off, because I use those a lot. Okay. Now there's this that I wanted to do. Let me pull out my keyboard here. So I now need to take this light bulb and put it right here. And then for each of these, right at the top, I'm gonna put this HUD delist and I'm gonna say all, so that these always just turn the D list is this list right here with all the quest names. The duty list, that's what D list stands for. So at the beginning of each of these, we're gonna have duty list turn off. Oh, one moment. Oh, or not. Okay. Put that there. Put that back up there. Oh. Go here. And I will explain what this does in a moment when I have it set. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's set this. Okay, so now when I click one of these buttons over here, when the menu opens, it hides the duty list. And then you close the menu and you click on the little light bulb and it brings the duty list back. I've tried to make it where it automatically brings back the duty list. I think I would do it by doing this. Wait. List on. Wait 1 / HUD delist on. So I think if I add this to the end of every one, provided that timer ever actually goes all, it should turn the duty list back on. We'll build the functionality in case it ever decides to start working as intended. Oops. Okay, so now, working as intended would be I click this, and then 10 seconds later, the menu closes itself, and the duty list pops back up. Bam, just like that. In fact, since I'm already waiting 10 seconds, I might be able to just take this wait out and have them both do it at the same time. Now 10 seconds pass, and that means you should close and the duty list pop back up. Bam. So I'm going to make that change to all of them. And we should have a little automatic menu. Now the problem is that wait 10 seconds thing doesn't always go off like it's supposed to. And I've had that menu just stay open for a long time. Bam. There. Now, there are some things I would recommend if you are a player of Final Fantasy XIV and you play with a controller. These two slots down here, 98 and 99, are reserved slots. So when you are looking in the system configuration under your controller settings, there is this section for button configuration. And one of the things that you can assign to the click of the stick, as you can see right here, is execute macro 99. So there you've got macro 98 and 99, which means you can customize what the control sticks do. And that is for the PS5 version and the PC version. You can do that on both. And that correlates to these two spots in the in the individual macro section. 98, 99, these two spots. So as you can see, macro 99, I have set to sprint. So all I have to do is click the left stick. I originally set it to the right stick. I've moved it to the left stick now. But I click the left stick, and it activates my sprint command. So I don't have to have it on a bar anywhere. I just click the stick and boom, I start sprinting. That's why I have sprint over here. And I was talking about moving it to a bar that isn't being used, just so I can like see it. Like down here or something. But when you look at my HUD display, all of my bars are being used because I built them all into this menu, this auto menu over here. So yeah. So I guess I'll just keep sprint over there by itself. Now, this menu has to be operated with the mouse. I can't operate it with a controller. So let's, oh, and this is another macro that I suggest everybody make, because this is, I've made macros for all of my jobs so that I can switch my jobs with an emote. In this case, Emmett Selt's snap emote, where he snaps above his head. So if you look at what the macro is doing over here, macro icon 10, gear set. So this is telling the thing here in my gear set list. Number 10 is Dragoon, right? So this is telling that the icon needs to be whatever is in slot 10 of my gear set, which is Dragoon. And then I do the snap emote, which is /snap. But if you do /snap motion, it will do the snap, but it won't give the text of you doing the emote. And then I wait 1 second. Then I do the gear set change to whatever's in slot 10 with, if you put a second number on there after that, what that does is activate your glamour plates. I can't show you my glamour plate here, but it's changed to whatever job is in slot 10 using whatever glamour is on plate 13. So this is how you can have different jobs, have different glamours, and automatically switch. Even if you're wearing the same gear, it will re-glamour it when you switch. Then I wait 1 second, and then this other thing here sorts my armory. So yeah, my armory here with all of the gear in it. Every time I change jobs and it dumps the new gear back into my armory, it automatically resorts the armory so that everything doesn't get like all jumbled up and messed up. So yeah, and all of my jobs and classes do that. And then this is a really nifty one right here. Because this is an auto level sync. So normally when you run into a fate, it pops up a button over here that you have to go click in order to sync down to the level of the fate. Well, there is a command for that called /level sync, which you can build into a macro, and then you can put that macro on your hotbar. So next time you run into a fate zone, you don't have to go over there and click on the thing. You can just pop that macro on your hotbar, and bam, you're synced. This probably isn't as big of a problem for someone playing on PC. But if you're on a console, I'm going to move these up here, because these do have to do with that. And that means I have to place them back here. And then this is a macro that just turns my hat on and off, which I should probably drop down here. See? No hat. Hat. Macros. It's also macro 69. Nice. Okay. I've got a lot of other macro spots, but I kind of like the way I have it just like sorted out. So it feels like I don't have as many macro spots. But if you have multiple characters, you do also have a shared macro page. You see I have older macros and stuff on here that don't have all the fancy stuff on them. And any macros on the shared macro page will be shared between characters. So you don't have to recreate all of your macros for the characters, but you do need to recreate all of your macros and your HUD layout across systems. So if you have it on PS5 and you set everything up on PS5 and then you get the PC version, you have to reset up everything on the PC version. And if you play with both versions like I do, anytime you make a change, you have to do it to both versions. Oh, I got the 2B automaton. What is this? Cracked Stella cluster. The color of depression orchestration rule. Possessed by disease, widespread illness, faltering prayer. What are these songs? The voice of no return, broken heart. Squeenix, you're trying too hard. Okay. Meanwhile, I was in Tuliolo. Where it's now raining. Lovely. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Okay. Oh no. My notepad has gone away. There we go. There's Kona. Yes, it's raining. This is the perfect time to do a jumping puzzle where we could fall to our doom. I'm sure this will be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick little break. I will be right back. bum bum. I am back. How's it going, people? So, there's a couple of things I could do. I've got this, and I've got this. And then, when we switch over here to current Dawn Trail stuff, the first part of the Alliance raid for Dawn Trail is here, Juno, the first walk. I've completed the first turn of the raids for Dawn Trail, which is the AAC light heavyweight weight. And I've got the first one of the second set, which is cruiserweight. I've got the Savage of the first set. So both of these I can try. The first walk, cruiserweight, Aglalia? Aglalia? Maybe it's pronounced Aglalia. I've got that. And then I've got the second circle, Evaspodelos. And then another thing that I was doing are not these are dungeons. Trials. I am hunting the dogs in the EX trials of Stormblood. And there is a mount here in the Great Hunt. And I've cleared that. I've cleared the Jade Stoa, so I just need Hell's Kier and the Wreath of Snakes. And then you have to clear the Great Hunt like 50 times in order to be able to buy them out. And one of the cool things about the mounts that drop in these EX trials is after Heavensward, they build a backup into the trials. These trials start dropping totems that look like this. The Rebel totem, the King totem. I know I have more totems than that. Oh yeah, these boxes are totems, Expanse, Hive, Fiend. Right? And so every time you beat the boss, everybody gets a totem. You can buy any of the mounts for 99 totems. So if you manage to beat the boss 99 times in a row, and it has not dropped the mount, you can go to the EX vendor for that expansion and buy the mount with the totems. It's kind of a backup system if you never get the drop that you're looking for. There in the boss's loot table is for sale from the vendor. And you can go and use the totems to buy things from the vendor. So with the Great Hunt, the EX version drops both a mount and a minion. So you have the possibility of getting those from this. But if you don't, and most people don't, you end up just having to farm out all the totems. You get a totem, and you get a totem. Most people, to get the mount from here, end up farming out the totems. And so you need basically 100 totems. You get like 2 totems every time you kill him, so you have to kill him 50 times in order to farm out the mount. The drop rate on this is apparently a lot lower than it is for the other ones. Now the problem with these, I can demonstrate this. I've been doing these unsynced, which is how most people farm these things after the fact. But with Stormblood, it starts getting a little bit difficult to do it, and I will demonstrate these. So this is Hell's Kier, and it's basically like a Phoenix fight. But it gets like super convoluted. So check this. Round 1.
Tenzin, 'tis I. Sheathe your sword, I beg of you.
Now you have to keep up, because you don't do enough damage to actually like kill the boss in a couple of hits like you can on lower difficulties.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
Okay. And then you gotta kill one of these in order to be safe. So as you can see, one person doesn't do enough DPS to survive this encounter. At least a single DPS can't survive this encounter. Not on the first shot anyway, but every time you lose the encounter, things are boosted up.
Tenzin, 'tis I. Sheathe your sword, I beg of you. You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
So he dashes across the middle, bombs to the side, and then he's back here. And then we gotta kill a feather off so that I have a good place to stand. Well, I'm doing a lot better this time.
I think the ads are going to get you, man. They're taking barely any damage.
Yeah, so I don't think this is currently soloable. It's probably doable with 2 people, but because of the ads in here, I don't know if this is soloable. Because you only get a 60% increase for the for the boss. I might be able to. I don't know if taking down the ads before they spawn will help or not, or if the boss will just kill me with attacks before I get them all taken down. Because every one of the feathers that you leave up turns into one of those ads. So I'm pretty sure if you kill all the feathers,
Rise from the ashes.
no ads will spawn. But the boss is gonna be just ramming you the entire time. Yeah, and I don't have enough DPS to even kill one of the big feathers. Yeah, so if anybody claims that this boss is soloable, I think not. Like, Pixar, it didn't happen, because I've seen a lot of people say, oh no, you can solo all of those easy. I disagree. And if you would like to start up a live stream and then come in here and trounce this guy easy, I dare you. I dare you to do it. I will give you 10 million gil if you can come in here and trounce this guy easy, solo. 10 million. And you can see down here in the corner, I have 63 million gil. I have the gil to back that up. Make a video of trouncing this guy easy, and 10 million is yours. So this is one of the sticking points that I'm on, where I need a helper for this fight. A second sticking point, and one of the other dog that I don't have, is this one, the Wreath of Snakes, which is another one that people say that Hell's Cure is that you need more than one person to clear Hell's Cure, that you can't do it solo. And I've heard some people say that you can, some people say that you can't. More people say that you can't, and I'm inclined to believe that you can't solo this because of the mechanic in there. The only feathers that you have enough DPS to kill are the small ones, which means the other ads are going to spawn. And you can't fight the boss and the ads at the same time. And eventually, the boss is going to use an ability that blows up all of the ads. And this isn't a matter of not being geared, right? Because my gear level is 740. This is raid gear for Dawn Trail. So and as you can see in the duty finder for Dawn Trail, I have to do the sync thing. Confirm. As you can see in Dawn Trail, the highest thing that they have in right now is the cruiserweight, and it only requires item level 715, and I'm 740. So it's not a matter of not being geared enough for that. It's just a matter of it can't be soloed. So there's that one. But then people say that the Wreath of Snakes can be soloed. But I've been having just as much trouble with this one. Because I've had people say, oh yeah, this one's a piece of cake. You can solo this one easy. Easy, you say, huh?
If I must forsake myself to keep mine own, then so be it.
So let's see how easy it is. Did I just drop mine? No, I didn't. don't know what that does. Other than a boatload of damage.
Tremble before true power.
Now, this is where things start to get interesting, right? Because I don't know how to dodge those. You stand over here to dodge that. And then those guys rush across, and that's easy enough to dodge. And then these guys are always going to hit. And then these guys, you have to blitz down.
Impudent mortals.
Okay, and then we got this.
Grant me the strength to smite mine enemies.
And this always puts you out here in the water. And whenever you're in the water, you start drowning and you take extra damage. And he has a lot of abilities that just throw you right back out into the water.
None can match my might. Bless us.
And just like that, you get one shot.
Show them their folly.
So, the people that are saying that this is soloable, I don't get that. Like, I'm not getting that from this fight, because phase 2, once again, you got two different things and you can't do both of them at once. Like, I either fight the boss or I spend all of my time dodging what the other big guy is doing. But doing both of them at once, like, you need two people. You need one person to handle the big guy and one person to handle the boss. And once again, I put money up there for anybody who wants to make a video soloing this guy currently. Like, start up a live stream and solo him, and you will get some millions of gil. So there's that. And then there's the other one. Now, I have completed this solo, but I think I only completed it solo because it's bugged. The Great Hunt. Now, this was a crossover with Monster Hunter. So you got Rathalos right here that you're fighting. And he brings in a lot of other enemies during the middle of this fight. Like, you're here, you're putting the hurting on Rathalos. And he has this knockdown that I don't think is dodgeable when there's only one of you here. But then they bring in sheep and... I'll drop this right here. And the enemies hurt each other, which is good. But that's a stun, so I'm stunned right now. And then there's this attack, King of the Skies. This is a one-hit KO. I have no idea how to dodge that. It's a automatic one-hit KO. And I've not figured out how to dodge it yet, except for one time it let me go back to the beginning. It didn't reset the fight like this. It just stayed, and I teleported to the beginning of the dungeon. I'll see if I can get it to fire off again. And that's always a one-hit KO. I'm trying to get it to do that glitch again. Like, I can make it to that spot fine, but with so many of these new EX fights, it's not a matter of even DPS or anything. It's a matter of there just being the insta-kill mechanic and you can't get around it. If you do that, it will respawn you here without restarting the fight. And like from this position, it is possible to win the fight. But this feels like a glitch more than anything else. Like I'm glitching the mechanic here. And the intended mechanic for this part of the fight is kind of hidden behind my HUD at the moment. Come over here. There we go. And you may notice that I'm not really doing any damage to the boss here. What you can't really see is behind that mega potion right there, and I really do need to move this. There is a stagger bar. So what you are doing in this portion of the fight isn't actually damaging the boss, you're building up the stagger meter. And when he gets fully staggered, he falls down, and then you can like pretty much insta-kill him. And you shouldn't worry too much about damage and healing yourself during this part of the boss fight, because all of your healing for everybody, every class, stops working. The only way you can heal yourself is with these mega potions, and they give you 10 of them, and they each do a full heal. So it's a little bit of a DPS check. Don't stand in the fire. And if your health gets too low, pop a mega potion, and you should be fine. And then occasionally he's gonna knock you down, and there's nothing you can do. You're stunned for like 10 to 15 seconds or so. There we go. I might kill him with damage before I get to the stagger. Stun lock. Oh my gosh. And it reset at that time. So yeah, that time instead of dying, he did the max damage attack again. So soloable? I don't know. It seems like there's another mechanic going on here. That makes this guy not soloable. And I've looked up fights, and I'm doing the same thing that the other people are doing, there seems to be some kind of mechanic where you can ride him and not take the damage for his ultimate attack. But no tutorial or video that I've seen anywhere says how to initiate that. And there's no indication in the fight, oh, if you click here, you can climb on top of the dragon. There's only that glitch that'll let you respawn the first time. And then maybe you can DPS him down before he does the attack again. Maybe. So I don't think I have anything that I can show for those particular things. We can attempt this jumping puzzle again, though. I should really change the camera angle for that one. Okay. Oop. Okay. Now we go all the way over there. And we fall. Back up to the top. Bam. No. Okay. We didn't fall that far. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now. No. Okay. Those jumps right at that corner are the trickiest that I've encountered so far. Okay. This jump right here is tricky. And then this one is easier. If you turn the camera, but I still haven't got the cadence for that particular jump down yet. Oh. We got this. Those are all medium jumps. And these are medium jumps. And these are also medium jumps. But you have to start from the back side of the platform. And I think you have to pull back on that last one. I don't remember being able to pull back on the jumps before. So that might be a new thing. I will say the reset for this, at least for this part right here, is a lot easier than it is in... Oh, we're here. Kugane. Okay. There and there. Oh, too far. These are medium jumps. On the ledge and go over here, and then we have to kind of aim off to the side, get up on this one, and then this is a long jump. Oh. I might have to take a running start for that jump. Okay, here. Oh. Okay. Is there another way to get to that I'm not seeing? Okay. No. Okay. Okay. This time, though. We went all the way back up here. Aha. No. You gotta make sure when you land that you give yourself enough room to take one step. Because your character does typically take one more step after you land. So if you land right on the very edge when you take that other step, you're gonna slide off. Okay. One thing you can do to kind of hedge your bets on running off is aim in towards a wall so that your next step is up against the wall. And instead of running off, you'll just bump the wall and then you'll be fine. And a lot of times you can do that. I think on that one you can do that as well. I just wasn't judging it correctly, and I slid off because I was not facing the wall, I was facing against the far side. Because I doubted whether or not I could make the jump diagonally, which you have to do if you're going to angle it towards a wall. And sometimes you can make the jump if you're going horizontally at it, but you can't do it if you're going diagonally because it's just a little bit too far. So it's short jumps for those first two, but it's medium jumps for that third one. And it's medium jumps for all of these. And okay, so while I'm down here, I guess I can explain what I mean by short jump, medium jump, long jump, and running jump. So there's 4 different ways to jump. Jumping straight up and down is like this. There's no real advantage on these puzzles. But if you flick the stick right before you press the jump button, you get this little short hop, like that. And it's good for jumping up on something that's right directly in front of you. And then if you take a step and jump, you get this medium hop. Like that. And then if you run, take 2 steps and hold the stick, you get a long jump like this. So this is the medium jump. That's the short jump. That's a medium jump. That's a long jump. And then if you actually have a running start, you get this super jump. See, I can clear from black line to black line if I have a running jump. If I just do the long jump, it jumps super far, and short jump will just, if I pull it off, just gets me to right there. Medium jump gets me to here. Long jump gets me all the way to the black line, and then running jump gets me clear across. So 4 different types of jumps. Now the key to these jumping puzzles, and technically there's a 5th, because if you're sprinting, you get even more distance on your jump. I didn't invite anybody to the link shell. And I guess there's now a jogging jump. But those will probably not be in effect with this jumping puzzle. Now, to get on this one, it's a short jump. To get from here to there, it's a short jump. To get from here to there, it's a medium jump. And any jump will get you on this and on this. And then it's a medium jump, which is a step and jump, to make all of these jumps. Including these right here. But you need to walk back a little bit. Because if you do this from the middle or the edge of the platform, you're going to jump over. You see, I almost jumped completely over that. And then any jump will get you up on the ledge here. And then you have to walk over to this one. But then you have to walk out. Each one of the platforms here extends out past where they're... where it looks like they are. So you can stand on the air next to pretty much any platform in this game, and you need to know that for the jumping puzzle. If you stand too close to the wall, you bonk your head, because you can't actually stand up on this platform while you're right next to the wall. See how the camera's stuck? I have to walk out on the platform a little bit before the camera gets unstuck, because too close to the wall and you're underneath that little lip right there. And then, although this looks like a middle jump can get it, it requires a long jump. And the long jump needs to hit the wall right there. Otherwise, you risk running off the side. See, I hit the wall and it kind of clipped and it slowed me down. That's another thing. If at any point you touch the wall during a jumping puzzle, you're going to clip on the wall. It's going to kill all of your momentum and you're just going to stop where you are. Now, what I'm trying to judge is how to get over there. And so I have a couple of options. I think the option is long jumping from right here, and you can hit... Okay, so I've got a mouse. I think the option is long jump from here to here. But I've missed that jump every time I've tried it. I've come up short. But then there's also an option down here. There's a platform right here where you might be able to make this jump from there to there. The problem with this jump is you bonk your head on this. If your jump is incorrect, you will bonk here and then you will fall. But if you can jump to here, then you can jump from there to there and continue the puzzle. So the question is, which of these jumps is the jump that you need to do? Long jump from here to here, or a medium jump from here to here? and I'm not sure. And then once you get here, it's a series of simple jumps to go up here. You go to here, then to here, then you go to here, then you're up here on this ledge. So the question that I'm asking myself right now is how to get to this pillar. And I think you can just go do it like this. Let's give it a shot. It feels like that jump might be possible, but I don't know. Okay. But I've got all these jumps down. And these are pretty forgiving jumps. Because apart from this last one right here, if you miss them, you typically fall down there on the little ledge below you. I'm wary about getting too close to this corner, because if I clip that corner, I'm just going to fall straight down. You can make it. Okay. And that's why this pillar is here. Because if you run off, you'll land here instead of going up. Okay, so these look like medium jumps. That looks like the same jump down there to get to that middle pillar. Okay, now we're up here. And you can see there's a bunch of pillars. There's pillars that go up this way and there's pillars that go up the other way. And it looks like they meet right there. So maybe this is the way. And this looks like a little bit of a fallback point right here. These are short jumps, and it's a short jump. Yeah, so if you fall on this part of the puzzle, you don't reset all the way back down to the ground floor, which is good. But as far as which jump you need to make these little platforms, it's not always clear. I think these are all short jumps. That one was a medium jump. That one was a medium jump. This is a short jump. That's a medium jump. That's a medium jump. That's a medium jump. Changing the width on you right here. But a longer platform, so. Medium jump. That's a short jump. That's a short jump. That's a short jump. That's a bonk. Okay, you need to walk out. Yeah, Tom Berry, I see you teleporting up there. Stupid Berry. Don't want to miss this jump. It's the last one. Okay, now we're up here. There's a fountain up here. That's lovely. I bet we go higher. I mean, this can't be it. Can't be it. Oh, look, there's this whole thing back here. I'm betting we end up going all the way up there. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick break right here in the fountain, and then we'll figure out how to climb from the fountain to the top of the fountain. I will be right back. Bum, bum. Alrighty, I'm back. Alright. How to get on top of this now. Let's check around front. Okay, so that ledge is a ways down there. Don't think I can walk on that. I can't. Okay. So, I think the next part of this has to do with going down there into this courtyard. If I can get over this fence. Is this a door? It is, but it's closed. I mean, naturally, they have a rooftop courtyard. They would have a way to get to the roof. Yeah, I can't jump over this. It seems like there's an invisible wall here, maybe. Is this it? Just this rooftop courtyard right here? Okay. Okay, I have to Google. Okay. Conflicting results. Is there another jumping puzzle in the city? Up here, maybe? Well, this jumping puzzle seems to only go to right here. And I don't think I can get back there. Because the camera behaves like this is a wall. So I don't think I can get over this. Okay, well, I don't see a sightseeing point up here. But over there, that looks like a jumping puzzle as well. Okay. Let's go check this out. Bright plume. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Up here. That. You go through there? Nope. Okay, there's definitely pillars up there to jump on. Oh, look at that. Looks like a jumping puzzle to me. Yeah. Okay. That's obviously a short jump. Gotta jump from further back on that platform. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna jump over here. I think that's a red herring to go over here. The side scroller edition. Yes. Oh my gosh, what kind of jump was that? Okay, and this is a longer jump. Safety is safe though. Too close to the wall. And that's a reset. Bam. Bam. Oh no. Whoa. Okay. Collision with this wall is very, very wonky. There we go. Oh my gosh. It feels like they've changed a little bit of the collision and jumping rules for this part of the puzzle, because these platforms are very, very grippy. collision with that wall is something else. I go straight up from here? No. Yeah, the platforms that are close to the wall feel different when you're jumping on them. I've never got like that, like little, like glitchy things like that. Like backwards jumps and like you're walking but you like travel straight to the next platform. It seems like a little bit of it is kind of overcorrection. Maybe because they felt the puzzle was too hard, so they changed the physics a little bit for this area. But getting accustomed to the new physics is more difficult than I would say doing the puzzle with the original physics. On these little platforms, it is much easier to jump a lot further. And you come to a stop that you don't have the extra step when you land on these platforms. You come to a stop immediately. So if you try to correct for that extra step, you end up running straight back the other direction, which has typically been glitching me back to the previous platform. Like those would definitely be medium jumps on that other puzzle over there, but they're short jumps here, which is strange. And like here, this is a short jump, but look at how much distance I'm getting with it on these platforms. If I had to guess what's triggering it, I would say proximity to that wall. Do I still get it if I do it like this? No. That's weird. Why is it like that?
Wow, my mic's been off this entire time. I thought you were just ignoring me.
Nope. Well, welcome to live streaming. You're not even the streamer and you're having the streamer error.
I don't remember turning that off.
No one ever does. This is scuff. I've done entire live streams, recorded entire YouTube videos, never turn my mic on. You've taken your first step to becoming a streamer. Oh, one moment. Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you. I was trying
See,
to.
that section you're at right now, it looks like it's easier to go to the right.
Maybe.
Because of the gap that's easier to jump. You're going to hit that top one. You try to go across to that other one.
The problem here is I keep overcorrecting and going back. Now I'm here, that's fine. Oh, it's not a brick there. Ah. The hit on these bricks is weird. Okay, so now it's a jump to that platform. Get away from the wall. Okay, we've got some weirdness here. We gotta jump back to this. Then jump to one of these. And jump back to this. Jump to one of these. And come out here. Back to this. And we gotta jump over here. Gotta jump out to that one. Jump back to that one. Jump back out to that one. Okay. Oh, it's getting trickier. These jumps don't feel good at all. We're almost at the top.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. All right. Nope. No. Okay. Okay. Here, right?
You almost had a brown pants moment.
There we go. Then here. 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 Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? I gotta do it from up here? Ta-da! Jumping puzzle number 2. And there's a sightseeing log up here. So if you want to complete your sightseeing log, you gotta do this jumping puzzle. So there's a secret garden up there on top of that. And then there's a sightseeing log entry all the way over here on top of this. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That is cool. That is really cool. Just goes down into the mist with the bridge that leads out into Yaktul. Yaktul. That's what it's called. Well, I think this is the perfect place to end the stream, right here on this majestic view of this like dragon spine waterfall thing with some nice jazz music in the background. Yeah. Let's see who's out here in Twitch land that we can throw a raid at. Who's doing cool stuff that we know? Bum. Oh, Lady is doing cool stuff. Let's raid into Lady. She is just starting up, so we'll move over to multiplayer Factorio on Lady's channel. And I will be back tomorrow with something. Not sure yet. Maybe Horizon Forbidden West, maybe Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. We shall see.
Can you solo Heidelin?
Can I solo Heidelin? No.
Bummer. I sat in a queue for almost 30 minutes trying to get that one earlier today.
I sat in a queue for over 90 minutes. I think it was like 95 minutes to get the copied factory earlier. Yep. Anyway, raiding to Lady, and I'll be back tomorrow. Catch you guys on the flip side. Nari out.